It's 7 o'clock now, and I'm getting ready to go down to the hotel for breakfast. First, they have bacon, baked beans. Look at that, the bacon looks so good. Then pickles, grilled sausages, mushrooms, hash browns, orange juice, beef steak, chili, boiled eggs, and here there are all kinds of porridge. Over here, I see they have bread, muffins, some croissants, and a lot of beef bread pastries, right? Then I see there's fruit yogurt, then more yogurt. Two. There. Here I see a cereal bar for kids. So the food selection is really diverse. Then there's a cold cuts counter with ham, Vietnamese pork sausage, turkey ham, and various kinds of cheese. This is wonderful. A very delicious cup of cappuccino, everyone. Right now, I see there's a milk station, and they have all kinds of milk. Whole milk, skim milk, oat milk, you name it. Here's the water station. They have infused water. They have some pressure and orange juice as well. First, I'm going to get a piece of bacon and some grilled sausage, everyone. Mushrooms, tomatoes, and sunny side up eggs. The atmosphere is lively and bustling. I got myself a cup of cappuccino. This is what it looks like at 7 in the morning, everyone. It's still dark outside. Just look at the coffee machine. It's different from in America, isn't it? Here's the sausage, everyone. It's not greasy at all. Really delicious. Earlier I told you it was fried sausage, but actually it's not. This is vegan sausage with sauce. Next, I noticed, I took some. This is like cold cuts, the kind you find in sandwiches. Here's turkey, here's ham, and various kinds of jams. A cake, sliced with a golden crust. A croissant, right? I told you a piece of croissant is really delicious, so I tried a bite. It's really good. I haven't seen any Americans make it this well, honestly. Really tasty. Here, everyone, this is the view around my hotel. Last night I also slept here and the decoration is really beautiful. The hotel is called Park Lane Cafe Hall, a 5-star hotel. Here it is. I'm now heading out through the revolving door. This is the way out. Hello and welcome to my vlog for the second day in London. Today I have a lot of plans. On the first day, now it's 8 in the morning and I'm heading to Westminster Bridge to take photos in the morning sunlight, which is beautiful for Big Ben and the Houses of Parliament. Can you feel the wind? It's foggy. Morning in London. There is someone taking wedding photos there. Here. The bride is really trying hard, you know. Right now the temperature is 29 degrees Fahrenheit, 29 degrees Fahrenheit. The bride is really making an effort. Big Ben, officially known as Elizabeth Tower, is one of the most famous landmarks in the City of London. This giant clock is not only an engineering marvel, but also a symbol of stability and the passage of time, echoing every hour with the distinctive sound of the Big Ben bell. As for the Palace of Westminster, also known as the House of Parliament, it is where the UK Parliament works, consisting of two chambers, the House of Commons and the House of Lords. This building is located on the banks of the River Thames and stands out with its stunning Gothic architecture. It is where the nation's important decisions are made. One of the most distinctive parts of the Parliament building is the Elizabeth Tower, which houses the Big Ben bell. And here is Westminster Abbey, a religious structure with a long history, renowned for its magnificent Gothic architecture. This is the site of significant royal events. This includes the coronation ceremonies of kings and queens, as well as being the burial place of many of the United Kingdom's famous historical figures. Westminster Abbey traces its origins back to the 10th century, when the first abbey was built by King Edward in the year 1960. However, the current structure was rebuilt in the 13th century under the reign of King Henry III in 1245, following the Gothic architectural style. It has undergone numerous expansions and renovations throughout its history, becoming an indispensable symbol of London. To get to Beijing from here, just take lane 2, okay? So as you can see around you, it's very spacious, and there are 2 seats in the front as well, with 4 seats facing each other. Here you are, it's 10 o'clock in the morning. Everyone is gathering at Buckingham Palace to watch the British Royal Guard change ships. Yes, absolutely. I will certainly play some truly wonderful golden oldies for you to listen to and enjoy, just for your enjoyment. Still, for some inexplicable reason, it somehow feels just a bit melancholic and nostalgic at this very moment. Dedicated to you, with unwavering focus and steadfast intent, Scandal builds methodically, persistently, and relentlessly. An interesting movie. The 2 British Royal Guards are getting ready to change shifts. At this moment, the policewoman who is moving around told everyone that either you stand to the side, or if you need to keep moving, you have to stay behind that barrier over there, because standing like this blocks the way for people to move. She warned that if you don't move, the horse will snort and spray snot onto the tourists. So now everyone is about to move. The horses in England are really tall, you guys. As you can see on the screen, they're taller than a person's head. Look, they're even giving each other piggyback rides, guys. Those people who don't have a certificate. You see everything, Hassan?
Yeah?
You see everything, Hassan?
Yeah? told the monster I wouldn't dare to go by it anymore. There are tables and chairs. Well then, I guess I'll just make the effort to go now that it's all over. If there's something I don't want, then I just won't follow this guy. I've made such a big decision, so if that's how it is, I'll accept it.
Welcome everyone to Buckingham Palace. Buckingham Palace is one of the iconic landmarks of London and the United Kingdom. This place is the official residence of King Charles III and the royal family. And as far as I know, if you see the Union Jack flying above the palace, it means the king is at home. But from what I saw during my visit, the flag wasn't flying, so that probably means the king wasn't at home. The architecture of Buckingham Palace is heavily influenced by neoclassical and Regency styles. This place covers a vast area, designed in a classical architectural style with intricate decorative details. The facade is 280 meters long and 24 meters high, featuring the main gate and the very spacious Buckingham Gardens at the back. This place is famous for the changing of the guard ceremony. As far as I know, it takes place on Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays, guys. So, the role of this place, besides being the residence of the current ruler of England, King Charles III, is also as an important center for the country's political and cultural events. The palace is where meetings between national leaders and important diplomatic events take place, as well as ceremonies for awarding titles and other royal events, which are also held here. If you want to go inside to take photos, you have to please queue up. Here it is, guys, the allure of the British royal family. People climb up to stand and watch. Then the police looked over and told us that in half an hour the guards would be leaving. So everyone will be leaving the building, which means if you want to stay, you only have half an hour. He said, I will not wait for it. So if any of you want to catch the changing of the guard, try to be here around 11:30. If you want to catch the guards going into the building, that's around 11 o'clock, and if you want to see them coming out, that's at 11:30. It's probably less crowded when the guards are coming out. This is Trafalgar Square, everyone. This is the National Gallery, and I can see there's a really long line of people waiting. I think I won't go in either. I'm not really that into art. Trafalgar Square is one of the most famous squares and an important symbol closely tied to the history of the United Kingdom. This is not only a popular tourist destination, but also the political and cultural center of the capital. It was established in the 19th century after the Battle of Trafalgar in 1805, a victory for the British Navy. It's located very close to the National Gallery, one of London's largest art museums, housing more than 2,300 works of art by famous artists such as Leonardo da Vinci, Vincent van Gogh, Rembrandt, and Claude Monet. So that's a brief overview of this square for you to see. They still have the Christmas tree up at this time. This is the National Gallery Museum. Hello there! I just wanted to take a moment to greet you and say, hi, I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. It's always nice to connect and share a friendly hello.
whether we're meeting for the first time or catching up after a while. So once again, hi and hello. I'm really glad to have this opportunity to reach out and send you my warmest greetings. Wishing you all the best and looking forward to our conversation. Everyone, I've just arrived at Tower Bridge, guys. This is a bridge that cars can drive across, but actually it's a tower, like an actual tower. Here you can see this tower sells tickets so you can go inside, but this time I'm not going in. Tower Bridge is one of the most iconic symbols of London and the United Kingdom, playing an important role in the city's transportation system. It is one of the most beautiful bridges in the world. Tower Bridge combines the design of a suspension bridge and a bascule bridge, giving it a look that is both classic and modern. It was built in the 19th century from 1886 to 1894. As the City of London developed and the demand for transporting goods across the Thames increased, the bridge was constructed. The bridge is 244 meters long and 15 meters wide. The bridge has two large towers with suspension sections and a bascule section. The bascule section can be raised using a hydraulic mechanism to allow ships to pass through.
Tower Bridge is actually a museum, so you can buy tickets to go up into the towers and have a look. Up in the tower there's a glass floor where you can stand and look down to see the cars passing over the bridge. You'll be looking from a height of 42 meters above the ground. Hi everyone! The next place I'm visiting is the outside of the Tower of London. This used to be an ancient fortress of London, guys. As you can see, it's very solidly built. Everything is made of stone. This part here is called the Lantern Tower. This is also the place where the ceremony of the keys takes place at the Lantern Tower every night at 9:30 p.m. You have to book in advance for that, but I didn't manage to book it this time, so I'll save it for next time. It's called the Ceremony of the Keys, held at 9:30 p.m. right here. So that's called the Lantern Tower, where they will hold the key handover ceremony at night right here. Alright, let me show you this place. It's right next to Tower Bridge. There are a lot of people here. But it's about 3:30 in the afternoon now. There's a really beautiful view of Tower Bridge from here. Look, that's Tower Bridge. So if you want to take photos here, don't bother with the bridge itself. Just come straight down here to take pictures. Alright. Also, right in the Tower of London area, there are food trucks, guys. Biscuits, food court, barbecue, and so on. This evening is a bit colder. This is the old castle, everyone. I think these grassy areas used to be water, like a moat surrounding the castle. The Tower of London is one of the oldest and most famous structures in London, built in the 11th century and playing an important role in England's history. The Tower of London was not only a fortress, but also served as the residence of former kings and queens, a treasury for valuable assets, and most notably, a very famous prison. It was built in the year 1066. The tower was originally constructed as a fortress to protect the city of London and as a residence for the king. Later on, over time, it eventually became a prison and the royal treasury. Here, there is a place called the Crown Jewels, which houses the crowns, rings, and other precious royal items. The Tower of London is surrounded by towers, walls, a moat, and auxiliary structures which help the Tower of London withstand attacks and served as a symbol of the power of the British monarchy in the past.
everyone. So tonight my spouse and I are going to eat at Hai Di Lao. Being here makes us crave Asian food. So just briefly, today we'll have two types of soup, sukiyaki and herbal broth. Next, we have a delicious assortment of noodles, tender mushrooms, sweet corn, and delicate bean curd sheets, along with vibrant purple vegetables, thick slices of king oyster mushrooms, succulent pieces of chicken, flavorful beef, and even more varieties of fresh mushrooms. On this side of the table, you can also find a selection of juicy meatballs, a rich and creamy sauce, and additional servings of savory beef. Okay. Hi everyone, I just finished eating, and now it's about 7 in the evening. Tonight, I'm going to Regent Street, which is beautifully decorated for Christmas and has many fashion brands like Uniqlo and some others. Come along with me, everyone. Regent Street. Here you can see that every few meters they have decorations all sparkling. It's really beautiful. It's about 7:30 in the evening now. Everyone is out on the street. The temperature is too cold because there are just so many people, you guys. There are two main streets, Regent Street and New Bond Street. So Regent Street is a bit more middle class, while New Bond Street is upper class. Alright, this video is already quite long, so I'll end it here. See you in the next video. Goodbye for now. Bye-bye.